Now, there's no denying that a lot has been going on with Terra Luna Classic over the last couple of weeks. Transactions are down, volume is down, burns are down, and then of course we've got the new 1.2% burn tax reduction down to 0.2% with that 10% skim. Now guys, there's a little bit of a focus shift going on, and I referred to that in another video, but I want to talk about the idea that transactional volume, or an increase in blockchain volume, is a direct correlation to increase in utility. Because there's a lot of people out there right now that are convinced that utility is simply transactions. It's how many people are using the blockchain and so on. And I don't want anybody to be confused about Terra Luna Classic and what that means for the actual project. Because I see us going down a path that I do not want to go down right now. And that path is simply, let's create more volume. Let's create transactions. Let's create a pool where certain people get paid, but the price doesn't have to go up. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Now, look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and $1 crypto trade is going to get you $5 in free crypto. Now, if you want a crypto exclusive exchange where you can buy Terra Luna Classic, you've got KuCoin down in the description. And of course, they offer rewards for the more active traders. So the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. And if you want to support Burns, International Binance has a link in the description as well. And we know that Binance is currently burning all trading fees on the Terra Luna Classic pairs. So you can go out there and check that out if you guys are an international user. But let's discuss this and let's just jump right into it. Now, we are seeing a very strong focus, not only by people who are tweeting out about there and making videos and so on about Terra Luna Classic, but especially the developers, because they've got the most to gain. Developers and validators have a lot to gain from transactional volume. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on the shift from 1.2% to 0.2%. We're already at 0.2% and we get that. Now, the 0.2% could have been that Trojan horse to bring in the 10% skim in order to fund this community pool. This community pool that will be controlled and governed by the strong validators. Not necessarily the community, because the community is already being told, well, you know what, we don't need your permission. We don't actually want your permission on how to spend this. This isn't some itemized, line for line expense report that needs to be looked at by the community. Let's eventually just allow it to be spent the way that each department head wants to spend it. So that's up next on the agenda here. They're going to be trying to pass that. But we're already seeing people, guys, it's been, 2, 3, 4 days since the burn tax has been reduced from 1.2% to 0.2%. Now, the numbers as a result of that are going from roughly 200 to 300 million Terra Luna Classic per day being burned down to 50 million Terra Luna Classic per day being burned. And if people thought it was bad before, when the tax was burning 300 million Terra Luna Classic per day, they're going to think it's catastrophic failure when they realize it's burning 50 million Terra Luna Classic per day. And some people are already doing so and getting a lot of traction on their tweets to increase the burn tax back up to 1.2%. Now, the interesting part about that is we will have the 10% skim that goes to this community pool follow right along. So let's discuss some of these numbers, because everybody has this extremely strong focus on making sure that these developers get paid. Because heaven forbid anybody create some sort of a business or some sort of an equity or some sort of a just capital gains growth vehicle here and reinvest our time and money into the business so that it can grow and therefore our assets grow. We need that paycheck, right? So at the current numbers, you are looking at roughly 50 million Terra Luna Classic per day being sent over to the burn pool based on the tax. Now, the good news is you've got Binance still burning. If we raise back up to the 1.2% burn tax and maintain those same numbers, the burn tax alone would be destroying 300 million Terra Luna Classic per day, which results in roughly 30 million Terra Luna Classic per day going to this community pool to feed the developers. Do the math. Current prices, that's roughly $7,500 a day that would go to this community pool, that would be spent the way that they want to spend it. Now, that's great, guys, if that is the only way that we can see growth. I'm going to tell you right now, that's a lot of money, right? It's $2.7 million per year that we would be seeing in that result there. Now, if this is the crazy part. If Binance continues on, and if that $7,500 a day isn't enough, if Binance continues to burn and the burn tax is increased, you're talking $125,000 to $150,000 per week that would be going towards this community pool. Now, here's the kicker, okay? The volume numbers that we're talking about are volume numbers based on low liquidity and low transactions. These numbers, the 200 to 300 million Terra Luna Classic per day being burned, were considered so low that it was necessary to reduce the burn tax to increase the volume. This is the low end. If volume begins to increase again, that's $7,500 a day at the current price. Imagine that price rises up just 10, 20, 30%. All of a sudden, you're talking about 10 grand a day going to this community pool. If the volume doubles, guys, think if the volume just doubles from where we're at. We only need a little bit of a run. You're talking $20,000 per day going to this community pool that could be burnt. That's the alternative, is that it could be burnt. Now, why is there such a strong focus on maintaining an increased volume? Because the more volume equals the more taxes, equals the more burns, equals the more skim, which feeds that pool. It does not matter if the price of Terra Luna Classic goes up. As long as the volume is maintained, and as long as we continue to trade, and have this idea that increased volume equals increased utility, and therefore this is a good thing, we will continue to trade more and more. It will continue to create more and more taxes, and that $10,000 a day turns into $20,000 a day, turns into $50,000 a day. And who gets that? You and I? No. Nope. Doesn't matter how long they take to rebuild at that point. They've got potentially a $10,000 to $50,000 a day paycheck rolling in. I want to know what you guys think. Does volume equal utility when it comes to Terra Luna Classic? Let us know down in the comments below. And of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it. Subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. ClayBro 883 everywhere. 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance. Until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.